Class is in session. This is your host Luis, and I'm being accompanied by my buddy Kyle. How's it going, Kyle?
What's up, man? What's up?
Dude, we're super excited today. We're gonna take a look at a couple cards that'll be coming out in set 12. You want to kick it off for us?
Yeah, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going over some of the yellow cards. Now, this is not all of them. There are still some things that need to be revealed.
Right.
But we figured we'd just get a jump start on everything and kind of go over the yellow cards that have been showcased already. We're both really excited for these. We actually both have some builds that we'll be showcasing in the future. Um, but without further ado, let's hop into it. So the first thing we see here is we've got Whis. This is actually our very first Whis leader that we're getting in this game, and honestly, uh, it's some time now, and it's definitely well warranted.
Yeah,
Um,
man. I think Weiss is a long time coming. Super excited. It's just one of my favorite characters in all of Dragon.
yeah,
I'm really looking forward to him.
yeah. So it's got the traditional, auto when this card attacks, draw one card. That automatically kind of makes a leader good. Any leader card that attacks and draws a card is just good in my book. And then here's the special stuff for it. Auto once per turn. If it's your opponent's turn, when a yellow skillless battle card with 15k power is placed in your drop area from your combo area, you may play it from your drop area. That's really good, and you'll see why in a minute when we go through the support for this deck. Um,
Yeah, it's kind of new, isn't it? There's not a
yeah,
whole lot of new. There's not a whole lot of skillless battle cards with 15k power.
no, there's a couple here and there, but I mean, yeah, it's definitely new because typically you see 10, 20, 30. Um,
Right.
and then we got the backside of the leader. This is where I think the leader shines the most. Auto, same thing. When this card attacks, draw one card. Same secondary auto. When you combo with a card, you place it in the drop area, and then it comes out on the field. And then its activate main is, I think, the best part. Activate main once per turn. Choose one yellow Son Goku or Vegeta with an energy cost of 2 in your battle area, and place it in its owner's drop area. Now that's really good because those are the skillless battle cards that you're going to be spitting out with your leader's combo ability. And then you choose up to one yellow battle card from your deck or hand with an energy cost of 3 and EX Evolve skill, and the same character name as the card you placed in its owner's drop area with this skill. Play it, then shuffle your deck if you look through it. So I know that's a lot of text, and that's a lot to go through. So basically, you pay it a yellow, and then you take the Son Goku or the Vegeta that you just played that's on your battle area, whether you swung with it or not, and then you kill it, and you play a card that has an EX Evolve skill on top of it, or in place of it. Now that's really good because that gives you 2, 3, 4 attacks in a turn, um, instead of just having to EX Evolve on top of it, which it is good if you have to, but if you can use this skill, I would rather prefer this skill. Anything, Luis?
Yeah, actually, just thinking about it right now, I think the Sun Goku Adventure Begins package might actually do really well in this deck. Could be wrong, but it'll help the draw power.
Yeah, I actually didn't think of that. That's actually pretty good. So we'll skip the Frieza leader for now. We'll come back to that later. But the Unison that's going to administer your Awaken for this deck is going to be Vados. This is the traditional one that you're going to want to be playing. Um, and it says auto when your opponent attacks, you may choose one yellow skillless battle card in your hand or drop area and combo with it. If you do, negate the skill for the turn. So what this is going to do is this is just going to help you get those skillless battle cards out once you've used all four, and if all four are in the drop area, you don't lose out on that ability, which is really good. It also, and something I didn't think of, is when someone attacks your Unison card, you can actually combo because of the auto skill. So you get a defensive step with this card if it's the first card that they attack. So that's really good. Activate main +1. You choose one of your opponent's battle cards or Unison cards and switch it to rest mode. Now, I really like this ability because it's giving us some more interaction with Unison cards, which we didn't have just 2 sets ago when they were introduced. Typically, you stuck a Unison card and it just kind of stuck there. Your opponent couldn't do anything with it really. They really couldn't take markers off of it, switch to rest mode, kill it, anything like that. It just kind of sat there and gained them value. Um, and then it's -4. Activate main. Play up 2 skillless battle cards with 15k power from your deck or drop area. Then shuffle your deck if you look through it. That's a really good ultimate for the deck. It lets you keep putting on that aggression, and lets you keep just kind of going through your skillless cards that you use in the deck. And then, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, man, the activate main is really helpful, especially with those obnoxious blocker unisons. I mean, you got Meki, you got the Garlic Junior one, or the one for Garlic Junior, and then you have the Rose, I believe,
Yeah,
for those who can't afford the baby unison. They play that. They play the Goku Black in the Soul Striker deck. It's also a blocker, so I think the Vados is really helpful to get rid of those unisons that are also.
yeah, it's really good in the yellow mirror match, especially since they're playing Meki and the Garlic
Yeah.
match, playing that baby unison since it restands at the end of the turn. It's also really good. Um,
Right, right, right.
um, but now we come down here. We've got the Goku EX Evolve that goes with the deck. Critical EX Evolve. You draw a card and you play it on top of a yellow Sun Goku with energy cost of 2. When this card attacks, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and KO it. And so this is really good. Personally, I'll play this one over the Vegeta if I have the option. And then when this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, you play one yellow Vegeta with an energy cost of 2 from your deck or drop area. Then shuffle your deck if you look through it. Now this is just really good for keeping up the recursion of those skillless battle cards. So now we come down to the just the skill list that you're gonna play with the deck. We've got the original Son Goku. It's a 15k skill list, which is really interesting. It just 15k, which is new to kind of everybody here. There's been very rare of these that comes down, but really not much to say about it, unless my buddy Luis has anything to say about the
Yeah,
Goku.
the biggest issue is that there is a yellow Sun Goku 2 drop that skill is with 20k, but because the leader and the unison are kind of locked to 15k skillless cards, you won't be able to kind of suck.
Yeah, it does. Now we've got another addition to the deck. It's a Self Awakener. That's also a Searcher, which is kind of new. I really haven't seen a Self Awakened Searcher in one card. Typically you have to play both. But auto, you add one card from your life to your hand. When this card attacks, it gets plus 11k power for the turn. So it becomes a 15k body, kind of like Black Mass Saiyan. And then auto, if your leader card is yellow, when you deal a damage to your opponent by attacking with this card, you look at the top 7 cards on top of your deck, and you play up to one skillless battle card with an energy cost of 2 and 15k power among them in rest mode, and then shuffle your deck. So that just again lets you keep spitting out battle cards, and kind of fuels your leader's activate main on the backside. You play it in rest mode, you kill it, and you play a bigger, better card. So, but yeah, Luis, you got anything?
Yeah, man. Personally, don't think you'll need to do a lot of self awakening in this deck, unless you're playing the Krillin Super Combo, which requires you to do this. But just because you do a lot of draw, I think essentially when you have a lot of self awakeners in the deck is because you don't get to draw too much. So you want to get those cards from your life into your hand. So I don't think you need a self awaken. Will get a lot of draw power, and it's because of a card that we're.
Yeah. So, next card down, we've got Vegeta, Deity's Disciple. This is going to be the EX Evolve that goes on top of your skillless Vegeta card that we'll show you here in a second. It's got Double Strike, EX Evolve for 1, same as the Goku. Draw one card, same as the Goku, except this one goes on top of a yellow Vegeta with an energy cost of 2. And then auto, when your opponent activates a counter skill during a battle with this card, you may switch this card to active mode. If you do, negate this card's skill for the turn. So that's really good because essentially if they negate it, it restands and swings again. Or it can be a dual attack double striker if they don't negate it, which is honestly really nice. And then auto, when this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, you play up to one Sun Goku with energy cost of 2 from your deck or drop area. So that's the same auto as the Goku, just with playing a Sun Goku instead of a Vegeta. Um, Anything on this, Luis? I
Yeah, man.
know.
I agree with you with the comment you mentioned earlier with the Goku compared to the Vegeta. For some reason, it's probably because Goku's the main character. The Goku is always better than the Vegeta. It's kind of frustrating at times, I think, because is one of my favorite characters. I like Vegeta much more than I like Goku. But a lot of people are going to say, well, this is conditional. You know, Vegeta sometimes might be better. Uh, I guess if your opponent has no cards on his side of the field, Vegeta's better. But more times than not, with these two cards specifically, Goku's going to be a lot better.
Yeah, just that extra removal really, really helps with the deck a lot. And with the ability to rest mode cards in this deck, from your Unison to your super combos to your just a whole lot of things, really, really helps fuel that auto that Goku gives you. And being a critical means that you're not giving your opponent those cards in their life.
Right.
Now we come down to the Vegeta. It's just a 2-drop 15k Vegeta. It pretty much is a 15k swinger that evolves into the one that we just saw. So really not much to say there. And then we come down to Piccolo. Piccolo Precision Strike. 1-drop 4k. Counterattack, negate the attack and play this card in rest mode. Um, so that's obviously decent. And then auto, place this card in its owner's drop area. At the start of your turn, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less and negate a skill for the turn. So that's decent. Helps you get around blockers, anything with a nasty activate battle, just a whole bunch of other stuff like that. I don't think it's necessarily great for the deck. I think it's a very conditional card. I don't think it's needed at all. But I guess we'll see once people start theory crafting and we start seeing what people are coming up with. So
No, man, I agree with you, buddy. Also don't understand why it's played in rest mode. Um, it's really not that.
yeah, like it's a 4K, so like I don't understand like wow, what's the point of it being played in rest mode? You know.
Right, right.
Um, and then we come down to Krillin. It's a 2-drop 10k blocker. Auto, if your leader card is yellow, one of your skills battle cards with an energy cost of 2 is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd. You may play this card from your hand. If you do, you can't play copies of the card for the turn. So this is obviously really good. I feel like this is more of a conditional sideboard card than it is a main deck staple in the deck. It's obviously conditional to where if your opponent's playing a lot of removal, this card comes in handy. Just being able to spit it out for free. And then you've got a 10k blocker on board to help deal with aggro and anything like that. But other than that, I really don't think it's great. I think it can be decent if you find a way to KO your own battle cards. But other than that, I don't think it's great.
Yeah, you can use it in skill as Gohan.
Yeah, you could use it in skillless Gohan, but I mean, other than that, it's not entirely wonderful. But then we come down here, Master Roshi Body of Steel, just a 2-drop 15k super combo, typical auto if your leader card is yellow and your life is at 4 or less. When this card is used in a combo, draw one card. Really not much to say there. It's just typical yellow 4 or less life super combo. So um, then we come down to Bulma sending out an SOS. Um, Auto, if your leader card is a Whis card and it's your opponent's turn, when this card is used in a combo with up to one yellow skillless battle card with an energy cost of 2 and 15k power from your deck, then shuffle your deck. So this is obviously really good. If you can't seem to find that yellow skillless, that yellow Goku or Vegeta that you need, this is obviously just really, really good for getting them out of the board, even if you don't have them. It's just, I think it's a necessary card in the deck, even just at a 2 of. But it kind of helps you mitigate that lack of curve that you're getting. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah, don't care for it too much personally. Feel like the Vados does it already. Um, I mean, you can do that during your turn, but I think the leader said that you can only play those cards from the combo area after sent to the drop area if it's your opponent's turn.
Yeah. Um, but yeah. So then we come down to Beerus and Awe of the Golden Emperor. Auto, it's a 3 drop 15k. Auto for one specified yellow. If your leader card is a Whis card and it's your turn, when this card is used in a combo, choose up to two of your yellow skillless battle cards with 15k power, switch them to active mode, and they get plus 5k power for the turn. You can't activate the auto skill on this copy of this turn. So this just allows you to put extra pressure on your opponent. I think it's a very, very good card for what it does. I think it's definitely needed in the deck, just to help kind of put that pressure on. And if you are going to EX Evolve, this kind of just helps you restand, and then you get that extra draw instead of having to use your leader's ability. Um, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I have to say on that. So
I agree.
um, but then we come down to the star of the deck, Whis, a helping hand. 1 drop, 4K, super rare. Auto, when this card is played, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Add up to one yellow skill battle card or one yellow unison card with a specified cost of 2 among them to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Um, this skill is amazing. It gives you a searcher in the deck, and it also acts as draw power. Because of its second auto, when you use a yellow skillless battle card at a combo, draw one card, you can't activate the auto skill on copies of this card for the turn. That is phenomenal. That lets you draw on your turn, on your opponent's turn. Whenever you combo, this lets you draw, and it is wonderful. Um,
Yeah, I think this one's gonna run the deck. I would love for it to have a barrier tag up there, but that won't happen. I mean, it's going to be helpful for your turn two awaken, puts a unison card. Um, whatever you need to do, you'll be able to draw each time you combo. It's just a good.
yeah, I totally agree. Um, but yeah, then we go back up, and we'll take a look at the Frieza stuff. Um, so we've got Frieza, the new Frieza leader. Frieza permanent. If all of your life is face up, you lose the game. When you take damage, flip cards in your life face up equal to the damage taken instead. So this is really, really interesting. We've obviously seen alternate win cons with Victory Strike and Milnimba and Cooler and just other things like that. But we've never seen an alternate lose con, which is really, really nice.
Right, right.
You see, so instead of taking the life to your hand, you just flip it up, which is really,
Right.
really
Yep.
interesting to me. And then it's got permanent in your life. Cards in your life can only be flipped face up by skills on mono yellow cards, and you can't add face up cards to your in your life to your hand. Now this was really interesting to me. I actually had a very interesting interaction with this and sparking. So as far as I'm concerned, and as much as I know about the game and kind of what I've heard from different judges and everything like that about this, is you can activate sparking with this leader. You just can't take a face down card, or a face up card. You have to take a face down card, which makes sense. Um,
Now, the thing that I'm wondering is if your opponent swings at you with critical, um,
Nothing
would you be
happens.
able to? Okay.
Nope. You
Yep. I
just you
didn't
just
think
take the
so.
damage like normal. Yeah. Auto, when you place this card in your leader area, activate up to one cutting edge recovery device from your deck, and we'll get to that later. Um, Awaken, when your life is 5 or less, you choose one cutting edge recovery device in your battle area, place it in its drop area, then flip this card over. Now the backside is Frieza the Resurrection, 15k leader. Permanent, if all your life is face up, you lose the game. When you take damage, flip cards face up in your life equal to the damage taken instead. Same two permanents. But here we've got this is kind of what makes the deck shine. I personally think this will be a really nice aggro strategy. Activate battle once per turn. Place one card from your life in your drop area. Then you draw one card, and this card gains plus 5k power and double strike for the battle. Um, that is, I think, what allows this leader to transition into a aggro yellow powerhouse. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we haven't really seen a whole lot of life manipulation up until this point, so this is going to be really interesting. Really helpful to see what's in your life. I think the only time you ever really got to see what was in your life was with um, Shenron, I think, with the Dragon Balls. Just looking through your life, trying to find those. But this is really good, I think, just so you can start to see what's in your life, so that way you can see what do you want to play, what do you want to put there, what do you not need in your hand and stuff. It's just, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, but I'm interested to see what.
Yeah. So we come down. We've got the unison that goes with the deck. Rejuvenate once per turn. This is the new skill. That is the new keyword skill that's coming out on unison cards. So if you remove 4 markers from this card, you basically place 1 card under this card in your opponent's drop in your owner's drop area, and you place the top card of your deck in your life. So this the community has been asking for something like a life link if you are magic, just kind of self healing, allowing you to survive for longer and kind of keep the game going. And then auto, if your leader card is yellow and all of your energy is mono yellow, when this face up card in your life is placed in your drop area, if you don't have a unison card in play, you may play this card from your drop area with a marker on it. Now that's really good. That allows you not to waste 2 energy on a unison card and allows you to play it from your drop, basically for free. And then it's activate main +1. You may place 1 face-up card in your life under this card. If you do, choose 1 mono yellow battle card in your hand, place it in your life face up, then draw 1 card. That just kind of helps you cycle through your life, and it helps you fuel your rejuvenation, which is really, really good. So,
Yeah, man, I agree. I used to play card fight Vanguard, and there was a specific class that would allow you to heal your life basically, because it's pretty much the same thing. You take life until you, so you get to heal, and that's something that I was actually excited to see in the future. What I appreciate about this card specifically is that it's not leader locked, so you can play it in any yellow, and that's really fun to see.
yep. We'll start out with the big boy. It's a 5-drop Frieza the Divine Transformation, 5-drop 25k, deflect, double strike, and blocker. Permanent. This card can't be removed from your battle area by your opponent's skills. And then auto, if your leader card is yellow, when this card is played, choose all of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, KO them, then flip 1 card face up in your life face down. At the end of the turn, switch this card to active mode. And then auto, once per turn, when your opponent activates a counter skill or counter attack skill, choose up to 2 cards, switch them to rest mode, and they can't be switched to active mode until the end of your opponent's next turn. So that's really, really good. The fact that it's not leader locked to Frieza means that I feel like this is going to become a staple boss monster in most yellow decks, whether it be Gotenks, Sin, well, maybe not Sin, but the new Whis stuff. It's really good in,
Right.
and just your typical skillless Gohan, just all the good generic yellow good stuff. So
Yeah, man, the deflect. This is, I mean, I think this is antique green, with charismatic villain being a card. Can't stop it.
yeah, no, it's anti-green, anti-blue, um, just a whole bunch of good stuff in 1 card, that really makes the card very, very playable. Um, then we come down. We've got Frieza trained at last. 3-drop 19k, double strike, auto for 1 yellow. If your leader card is a yellow Frieza's army card and all of your energy is mono yellow, when this card, when this face-up card in your life is placed in your drop area, play this card from your drop area. If your leader card is a yellow Frieza's army card and you place 1 face-up card from your life in your drop area, when your opponent plays a battle card, you may choose that card and switch to rest mode. If you do, draw 1 card, then negate the skill for the turn. So we see again these cards that are just manipulating life, and they do things if they're in your life, which I think is going to be a really, really good asset for the deck because you're doing so much life manipulation. You kind of want to use that life and that drop area as a second hand, since you're not being able to take your own life into your hand anyways.
Yeah, we're good.
So then we've got 2-drop Frieza the Onslaught Begins, 2-drop 5k blocker. If your leader card is a yellow Frieza's army card and all of your energy is mono yellow, when this face-up card in your life is placed in your drop area, play this card from your drop area. Auto, if it's your turn, when this card is played, shift to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 4 or less in rest mode and KO it. So this is obviously really, really, really good. I don't believe this should be an uncommon. I believe this should be a rare. It's got that blocker tag. It gets played for 1. It's got built-in removal. It's an all-around good card, um, which I think is definitely what this deck needs. With that, especially with that blocker tag, kind of keeping yourself alive.
Absolutely, I definitely agree. Yellow struggles with board wipe or board removal, and you're starting to see a couple more yellow cards come out that actually help that balance out.
Yeah, definitely. We first saw it with yellow Go tanks with the 7-drop Go tanks, and now we're seeing it with kind of this the Wii stuff and now the Frieza stuff. So it's just really nice to see that they're kind of doing that for yellow.
Yeah,
Um,
the Garlic Junior with the expansion pack
yeah,
also he got some more.
yeah. Then we've got Frieza, the same stuff, different day. The art on this is actually kind of funny. It's a 1-drop, 1K common. Counterattack, negate the attack and play this card. And permanent, if your leader card is a yellow Frieza's army card and this card is face up in your life, you may pay this card's energy cost and activate this card's counter skill from your life. So that is
That's one.
honestly really nice. We've never seen
That's one.
cards like this being played from your life, which is really really good because you can kind of sit this in your life and it just kind of stares your opponent in the face, which is
Yeah,
really really nice. So
yeah, and I think you can. I think with the Ginyu and other cards, you can swap it. So put that card from your life or something.
yep.
Um, just activate that from your life. It's really nice.
hmm Then we've got Sorbet, Commander of Frieza's Forces. 1-drop 4K. When this card is played, look at the top 5 cards from the top of your deck. Add up to 1 yellow Frieza's Army card with an energy cost of 3 or less, or up to 1 yellow Unison card with a specified cost of 2 among them to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Activate main for 1 yellow. If your leader card is a yellow Frieza's Army card and cutting edge recovery devices in your battle area, play this card from your drop area with its skills negated for the turn, and you can't play copies of this card for the turn. So this is really good. It obviously has that ability to be played from 2 different areas, and it basically it's the 1-drop searcher that you need. Just kind of helps set up your hand in any way possible that you need it to. So it's just that basic 1-drop searcher that pretty much goes in every archetype centric deck.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what his activate main is useful for, um, because you don't even get his auto. Doesn't get his auto doesn't isn't allowed to go off. So I mean, it's not a blocker. I guess 5K combo power, but not 100% sure.
Yeah. Um, then we've got Ginyu, one last body change. Auto. It's a 1-drop 4K. Auto, if your leader card is a yellow Frieza's Army card, when you place 1 face-up card from your life in your drop area, when this card is played, draw 2 cards. And then auto, when one of your opponent's cards is switched to rest mode by one of your skills, this card gains blocker for the turn. So that is
Yeah,
really
this is a good
good.
card.
And
This is a
you'll
good
see
card.
why in a second when we go over the field card. Because once this card sticks, it's gonna kind of like linger there, and it offers you just another aspect of protection for your leader. So that way you're not automatically dying.
Yeah, this is a
Then we've got Tag- Tagamoa.
Tagama. Tagama.
Tagamoa, Cold as
Yeah.
Ice. 1-drop 4K, another 1-drop 4K. Auto, when this card is played, draw a card. Activate main. If your leader card is a yellow Frieza's Army card and you have 2 or more energy, you place 1 face-up card from your life in your drop area. Send this card from your drop area to a warp. You may choose 1 yellow Frieza's Army card or 1 mono yellow Unison card in your hand. Place it in your life face up. If you do draw 1 card and you can't activate main, you can't activate the activate main skills on copies of this card for the turn. That is a mouthful.
Yeah, but it's a good card.
It,
Puts that counter attack
yep.
in your life.
It kind of helps you set up your life, keeps you, and it gives you hand advantage. It's a one
Oh yeah.
drop that replaces it yourself, and then it draws you another card, which is really really great. Then we go down to
Shisami.
Shisamai, Frieza Force Elite. Man, there are some weird names up in Frieza's army. Um, 2-drop 15k super combo. If your leader card is yellow and you have a yellow unison card in play, when this card is used in a combo area, draw one card. Then at the end of the battle, choose up to one of your yellow unison cards with rejuvenate in its skill text and place this card under it from an owner's drop area. So
That's
this
good.
goes hand in hand with the unison. It just allows you to fuel that rejuvenate skill and kind of keep you there. It's the new breed of super combos that's coming. Then we've got extra cards. We've got spatial transmission. This kind of goes with the Whis archetype. Counterattack. If your leader card is a Whis card, negate the attack. You may choose one card in your hand, discard it. If you do, play one yellow skillless battle card with an energy cost of 2 and 15k power in your drop area in rest mode. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this card, only because it plays it in rest mode, and
Yeah.
there's other cards to play for it, honestly. But that's just my take.
Yeah, I completely agree. There's no point.
No, it's cute if you can pull it off, but
Yeah,
you know,
you use it for energy.
yeah. Um, Here is the field card that goes with the Frieza deck. Barrier 10 drop barrier field auto. Once per turn, when a card in your life is flipped face up, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. That is really, really annoying. Trust me, personal experience, it's annoying. Um, Activate main once per turn. If all of your energy is mono yellow and you choose one card from your life and one yellow Frieza's army card in your battle area, place them in their owner's drop area, draw 2 cards. Then choose up to one mono yellow Frieza's army card or mono yellow unison card in your hand, place it in your life face up. So this is going to allow you to set your life, keep your life going, and kind of help you fuel your hand. Instead of since you don't get that hand advantage from your life. So yeah. And then activate main slash battle. If you have 3 or more face-up cards in your life and you place this card in its owner's drop area, you may flip your leader card to its backside. If you do, place the top card of your deck in your life face up. So this helps you speed your awaken up. If you can't really get the 5 life, or your opponent's attacking you quickly, you just activate main this, flip your leader over, and that's a speed awaken. So that's really good.
Yeah, man. Correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, this card is going to be really, really good for the deck. You only run one of them. I don't think I've ever seen a field card with barrier.
We haven't, which is really, really interesting. I guess they're just aware that green is very prominent in the format, and will be going into set 12 still. And so I guess
Right.
they're very aware of the field card hate that comes with green.
Yeah, yeah. Especially that. I think the only one that would be able to potentially get rid of this card would be Vegeta.
Yeah,
The Deborah stuff only gets rid of specified cost.
yeah. So there's the Vegeta that does not negate barrier. So this gets around that, and then there is Piccolo Arena Wrecker, that this
Right.
also does
That's
not get
right.
around.
That's
So
right. So this guy's here to stay.
yeah, he is not going anywhere. Um, but anyway, guys, that's the video. Class is dismissed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment what you want to see in the next one. Um, Make sure to stay awesome, stay positive, and we'll see you in the next one.